everyone, it's Misty, and I'm here to show you something that should be in everyone's adulting toolbox. How to restring a Weedeater. For this video, I'm going to try to restring my Ryobi Weedeater, and you may also see them called string trimmers, but they're the same thing, so don't worry or get confused if you go to Home Depot and you're like, that doesn't say Weedeater. It's the same thing. First things first, we want to make sure that your trimmer is off, which means no power is going to it. So if you're using a gas trimmer, pull the spark plug wire away from the engine, and if you're using cordless, take the battery off the back of the unit. Safety first, y'all. Next, let's make sure you have your supplies. Obviously, you want to make sure you have your trimmer. You want to have your string. I have 0.80 for my width, or gauge, whichever you want to call it. That's what came with the Weedeater. Normally when you buy it, it will tell you what gauge you need. You want to have something sharp, like knife or scissors. And if your Ryobi, this is a Ryobi thing, Weedeater came with a winding handle. This guy right here, you want to have one of these. Now that we're ready, let's get started. So first off, we're going to find the push tabs on each side of the head. This is the head at the very end. You have your grass shield thing here, but this is the head part where your string comes out. If you look on each side, there's some tabs. We're going to squeeze both of those at the same time, and it's just going to pop off. Don't move the spring, keep that there. And then we're going to separate the spool part from the cover. Now we're going to cut approximately 8 to 9 feet of string. I'm just going to kind of use my arm as a guide. And you don't want to do much more than that. If you do too much string, it will cause your Weedeater to jam, and not in a fun way. Now we're going to locate the 2 holes or grooves, it's kind of both, on each side of the spool. So we have these here. There's a little groove with the spool. Turn around, it's on the same side. We want to find these because what we're going to do is we're going to thread through the hole, and it'll start coming on the other side, and pull it about halfway through. And what we want to do is try to have it even on both sides. And you can do that, you can test it by matching up the string on the edges, and then pulling your string and seeing where it goes. And it'll kind of even itself out if you pull it. You can twist it, and it'll be there. Don't spool it yet. We don't want to do that yet. Okay, now that we've got this threaded through, you're going to take your cap parts, and you're going to feed the string through the holes here. Just pull it through. If it gets twisted, that's okay. Flip it around so it goes through. We'll do the same thing with the other side. Okay, pull that guy through. Okay, and then this part will all match up, and you'll realize it when it's done, but also the arrows on here on the bumper part, and then the arrows on the cap will match up. You have your string coming through the holes here. And now we're going to put this back on the rest of the Weedeater. Okay, find the 2 tabs on each side of the Weedeater and fit this guy back on here. Make sure it's good and snug. And now we're gonna wind up. All right, now it's time to wind up the string. You can either use your trimmer handle, this guy here, or your hand. It really doesn't matter. It does the exact same thing. So what you want to do is put your hand on the main part here. You want to hold it still. You don't want it to move. You're gonna take your winding tool, just kind of fit it over the bumper knob here, and you want to turn it in a clockwise motion. That's to your right, so we're going this way. And you're gonna hear some clicking. That's okay. So I did this a little way with the handle. I'm gonna take it off and show you guys so you can just use your hand. Same thing, but as you can see, the string is going through and it's going in. Keep winding till you have about 5-6 inches left. That's good. We'll do one more. Okay, on each side. Make sure you don't wind it all the way in because then you're gonna have to start over. So let's not do that. And that's it. You're ready to give Bob Vila a run for his money. Hook your power back up and get to eating. Weeds, that is.